Puzzle Dust is leading you downhill.
Yeah.
Towards into the darkness. And as you get to the bottom of the hill, the terrain changes and begins to become distinctly boggy. And after a while, the trees start to get thinner as you are occasionally sploshing down into boggy, muddy water. All of your nice clothes, you're constantly prestidigitating every time you climb out. While Puzzle Dust just floats along on his little butterfly wings. You become aware that there is a person not far ahead. A tall, gangly person with bluish, purplish fur covering their body, and large, almost sheep-like ears that sort of dangle down in a simple beard, no mustache, just beard. And they're sitting by the bog, and there is a fishing pole out into the water. They're wearing a big, pilgrim-like hat.
Okay.
With a buckle. And looks up.
Thought I had that guy figured out until that hat showed up. That's...
Looks up as the two of you come along. Relic day to you.
Hello. How are you?
Not bad.
How's they biting today?
No, they're right whimsy this morning.
I'm sorry. I'm Ari, by the way.
Good afternoon, Ari.
Nice to meet you. This is my friend, Puzzle Dust.
Evening, Puzzle Dust.
Are you from around here?
Ponderous.
Ponderous. Nice to meet you. You from around here?
Oh, yes.
We are trying to find a way home. Seem to have gotten turned around in the woods.
Where's home?
A city called Stormreach.
Never heard of it.
Island of Zendrick on the material plane.
I don't know.
Do you have a house anywhere around here?
I have a little cabin.
Nice. Do you happen to know the direction that we could find the prince's castle?
Right, I've forgotten.
Get that a lot. Is there a road, or is he just sitting
He's just sitting.
Yeah, just in the middle of the bog.
His feet are kind of sunk into the mud. He's sitting on a log. Puzzle Dust alights on your shoulder. We're going to have to go through the Gardens of Whimsy. Could you point us to Whimsyton Manor?
Gardens of Whimsy?
And the fisherman. Oh, aye. It's just the other side of the ridge. You come down, just go back up that, just the other side. You should find it. Wait till the trees turn, whimsical.
I'm sorry. I missed that orientation day. The trees can become whimsical?
Oh, yes.
How do we tell that they are, I guess? How do we tell that they're whimsical? No stupid questions, right?
They're whimsical. You look upon a tree and the thought in your mind is it's whimsical. That's a whimsical tree.
Fair enough.
And you go through the whimsical trees and you'll find yourself in Whimsyton Manor.
And then the Garden of Whimsy, you said, Puzzle Dust, right?
Yes, it's in the manor.
Okay.
There's an archfey there who he likes stories. He'll be able to point us into the right one. It's just so droll.
Why is it droll? There's another archfey? Wait, I thought this was the prince's domain.
No, this is the Feywild.
Oh, okay. So we're just in the... Okay. So we're trying to get to the prince's castle, which is the prince's domain. I am so tired. Shade got me up way too early. Do you have any towel or calf or anything in your bag, Ponderous?
Ponderous turns and fishes around in his bag, and he comes out with a black and green feathered eel. Oh, the Burrogrove you can have.
I appreciate that. That's very thoughtful of you. I'm going to let you hold on to that, but thank you.
It's wriggling around. He shoves it back down.
Okay.
They make a good stew.
I will keep that in mind. Next time I need to make a stew and have the setup, I guess. To the trees of whimsy, I guess.
All right. Puzzle Dust lifts off your shoulder and begins floating up along the ridge.
Ponderous, nice meeting you.
Have a pleasant afternoon.
You as well. Afternoon. Is it always this gloomy?
Oh, it's a right mimsy morning.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I gotta go. Bye.
Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play set in the Eberron campaign world. Tonight's episode brought to you by Havilax Prospecting in the Cross District, for when you need gear that maybe has been worn once or twice before. Alright, what happened last
That's
time?
me. We talked. We had a talking episode.
It's true.
Rare. We had conversations in the ship's cat and the sword and sheath about the recent happenings. The girl got a name. Mm-hmm. She is now the girl known as River. That's a full name. Just we just say River though. Dane ain't giving us nothing.
Dane answered every question he was asked.
True. Dane refused a lore drop, and then this weird stalker notebook was found.
Right?
Some dude's been following us around, claiming we're his friends, and noting down all the stuff that we did that he totally wasn't there for. So that's weird, and we don't know what that's about.
It's like that movie 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah, so then...
He's just watching our lives.
What's that? Oh, 1 Hour, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then Shade and Pog moseyed off to the giant druids to ask some questions about the Feywild, and Esri returned home to prep for... try to have a forthright conversation with Thora without actually being totally honest.
So not entirely forthright.
Who needs sleep?
No. He wants to seem forthright.
Right, yeah. Deceptively forthright conversation. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So Shade and Pog and River and Cal walk over the bridge
What a band.
into the firelit tents of Rushime. And as before, there are not as many non-giants present as the evening is on, and most people are heading in for the evening. You do see a few humanoid people moving around in the camp. There are also a few humanoid-sized tents, as well as the giant ones. But you are, as before, greeted by a giant. This time, a large, sort of fair blue-skinned giant with white hair, wearing furs and pelts, and with an enormous bow slung across her back. And as you walk in, fairly obviously outsiders, she strides over and kneels down onto one knee to look down on you, and says, "What can I do for you?"
We have some questions about the Feywild and half druids that come from there.
Half druids?
Dryads. I'm so sorry.
Half dryads.
Dryads.
You're
a druid. She's a dryad.
I am a ranger. But I am a guardian of Rushime. You will probably wish to speak to our Rushimdal, Galronak. And she turns and points a long arm back into the camp, towards the center, where you see a very large fire has been built up outside of a tent. And there is a very old-looking giantess sitting on the on a fallen tree trunk of great size, outside of a tent, and she appears to be mixing something in a cauldron that she's using as a crucible.
Is it too late to bother her, or can we? Is it okay to talk to her now?
Good question.
Yes, we are not particular about time and nights and days.
Cool. Can we just go introduce ourselves? I'm Pog, by the way. It's a thank you for helping us.
Scarthy. Yes, you may talk to her.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna walk up to the old giant and say hi.
I don't think we lead.
Last time they were very nice and helpful. I think it will be very good.
Archie was very nice, but I don't think we
And
lead
maybe
with
we
old
could.
giant. Maybe we don't start
Well, no, we'll
with that.
right. We'll introduce ourselves, like you
Okay.
said.
You go first.
As you walk over towards the very, very large fire, this is a giant-sized campfire, and so it is a massive bonfire by your standards. Then you have to give it a bit of space from just its heat. But as you approach, you realize there's a figure standing near the giantess that you didn't note in the darkness until you are close enough to see his dark skin covered in white tattoos. And Shade, you recognize Soleil Moonspear. And there seems to be a conversation
Are they
going back and
talking?
forth in Giant, yeah.
Okay.
And this goes back and forth for a bit, and Soleil is holding up on a tray you can see basically a clutch of leaves, and she leans down and takes them, in a pinch in her hand, and they go from being a fairly large bunch of branches to kind of a little sprig in her hand, as she takes them and dumps them into the crucible and again begins working them, and you recognize, probably just living where you do, the giant phrase for thank you, and Soleil sets the tray down and turns to go and says, Shade. Hog.
Hey,
Hi,
Soleil.
how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Good.
What brings you to the tents?
This is River. She's a half dryad that we brought back from her story in the Feywild. So we came to find out more about that.
We're just trying to help our new friend.
You went into Solanas and brought someone out of a tent.
Our new friend, River.
That is...
She wanted to come back. It wasn't kidnapping.
Right. That's very true. She asked
did not
for us to
even-
save her.
It did not occur to me that it was kidnapping until you said that, and very good. River, I am Soleil of the Moonspear tribe. She doesn't speak common.
Oh,
No.
right. I translate for her.
She, River, and then holds her hand out. And Soleil looks up at the two of you and taps her fist with his.
I'm retiring from D&D. This is the best moment of my play career. This is so happiness-inducing.
Level 6. That's it.
You are here to see the Rushimdal?
Yes. We think that she'll be helpful.
She knows many things.
Does she speak common?
Yes.
Okay. What brings you to this area?
I trade herbs and other materials with the giants of the tents. I trade herbs with the giants of the tents from my hunting. They are of the giants you might encounter, the kindlier.
We have only met very kind giants here. They've been very friendly and helpful to us.
That is because you stay close to Stormreach.
That's why.
And
They're nice
you
to
have not
us?
been here very long.
Except when we go to the Feywild.
Because, no, that is why you have only encountered the kindly giants.
Okay.
The giants of Rushime long ago rejected the ways of their ancestors and are a more peaceful kind.
Well, that's lucky, I guess.
Indeed. Good luck in your search.
Thank Thank you. Tell your family hi.
I will tell them. If forgive me, I would not think of consulting with the Rushim doll unless all is well. Your hesitancy suggests an answer.
See, I was trying this new thing that Esri had talked about, and it was thinking about what you were going to say before you say it.
That is a good trait. I'm sorry that I interrupted.
No. It gives away more. It gives away information too. The not talking part also talks.
This is true. You can read something in someone's silence.
Peopling is hard.
Why think before you speak?
That is so.
No. She doesn't fully control her powers. We came back from the Feywild achieving none of the things that we attempted to do, which is rescue or save or find a sphinx in Chateria's Talai. And we found a book about somebody that is stalking us. It's not great right now.
Someone is stalking you?
It looks like it. They think that they're part of us, though.
It
That
says
is
that
creepy.
we're friends. And yes, yes, I am very sneaky. And I have not seen this person.
Do you need help with this? Do you need someone to look for whoever is following you?
Oh, that would be really nice. If you see or hear of someone following us, if you would let us know or kidnap them,
I will
that
do
would
this.
be great.
If we discover someone is following you, we will apprehend them.
Thank you. We would do the same for you.
Absolutely. Yup.
You have shown that. As I told you, you have risked yourself for my family. We will risk ourselves for you.
Thank you. That is the highest honor.
Thank you for what you did for Ilya. It means a great deal. I should not keep you from Golronak, but if there is something you are not telling, that you are in trouble, you can speak to us.
I don't think anything's really,
I think that was it.
bad. It could just be better.
Right. And it's a lot. I could have forgotten something too.
That's also true.
It could often be better. Perhaps it will be better when you have spoken to the Rushimdal.
Hopefully.
He bows again and goes on his way.
I gotcha. Oh.
Third way.
Made the Triforce.
So, by the time Soleil leaves, Golronak is clearly watching you as she reaches down and picks up an enormous pitcher and mixes some water into the crucible and continues to.
Do Do you want to say hi first, or?
I'm Shade.
I'm Pog.
Oh, you told me to go first.
Yes, I'm glad you did.
Welcome. Urushime welcomes you.
Thank you. And this is River.
And she looks at River for a long moment and then switches into Sylvan. Child of the forest, I welcome you. What is it you seek here among the tents of Urushime?
Information and help?
Urushime has many of these things, and if what you ask is of good intent, then I will give it.
Pog, you're jumping if I leave anything out.
Okay. Is this in common now? Are we back to common?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure I can understand what's being said.
Oh, sorry. I switched to
Okay.
River is
Bash, come.
she is half dryad, and she has this really impressive power, but she doesn't always get to control it. And sometimes if she can't control it, it could be unpleasant for some of the people around her. And so we were looking for a way that if she couldn't control it anymore, we could stop her, but not hurt her, stop her, like nicely stop her.
You need...
That's the first thing.
You need to calm her in the event of her losing herself to this power you speak of.
Exactly.
Right. And or warm her. She said sometimes it's also when she gets cold.
And she leans down and puts her big hand on the ground and says, "Come here, child," in Sylvan. And River kind of looks to the two of you and then sits down in Golronek's palm.
Pog just looks at Shade.
Golronek just lifts her up and holds her, looking deep into her eyes with her deeply seamed old face. Yes, I see. And brings her back to the ground. One, she will be safer if kept safe. See that she has much sunlight and good water, but she is not all a dryad, and so she will need regular food also.
Shade, take notes. Take notes in the back of the
I'm
book.
writing it down.
You're writing it in the journal.
The back page.
Good water and much sunlight. If she is lost to her power, which is a dangerous power that she gets. There was something dark in her beginning. She turns and picks up a bowl and sifts around in it for a moment, and brings out a a leaf just pinched between her fingers and holds it down towards you.
I'll take it. Hand it down.
This plant grows near the city, within the wood. It has calming properties when made into a tea, and can calm even a person in dealing with anxiety, but even in stronger situations will bring a measure of clarity to the mind. It can also be put on a fire and inhaled, but better in a tea.
Put in fire and inhaled.
But better in a tea.
Right.
You would call it, she mumbles, just rumbling this low voice as she rumbles through some words in Giant. You would call it Peace Blade.
That's a pretty cool
That's
name.
a very cool name.
I am doing fine right now, but sometimes I'm not great with people. And so when somebody is really upset and they're just, things are happening, how do you offer tea in that moment? I have gotten upset a lot, and I think I would be very mad if somebody offered me tea.
If it is truly dangerous, it might be necessary to restrain her. You could also, in that case, burn the leaves so that she inhales the smoke of the fire. But if she is kept, it is better to not need to do these things by remedies, and it is better if she is simply kept safe and understands that she is safe. This is for when situations demand it.
Shade, can we make sure that she knows everything we're talking about right now, so she doesn't get surprised later and she knows that it's actually coming from her, that we know this?
Yes, I will let her know. I also told her that we would absolutely talk about all of the things, and that we would let her know what was happening. We should probably also talk about ways to make her feel safe. It took me about 2 to 3 years before I felt safe, and so I feel if there's a way to make that go faster. But I don't know. And then she summarizes what the giant has said so far. The giant has said so far to River.
River watches and absorbs the information and nods.
Okay. Number 2. We went to the Feywild in a story. Her story. It was very sad and very scary, and I do not recommend going that way. also she's not there.
That would be a weird story right now.
So, right. And so we went to go find the forest queen. The order is very confusing, but we'll figure it out with your help, hopefully. Shaterius Tolai. People keep mentioning the face spires because they're in the two worlds at once. But I don't know what we're supposed to do when we get to the face spire.
I also do not know what you are meant to do when you get to the Face Spire.
Excellent.
No, it's
I
not.
know the tales of Shaterias Talai. It was a great city of the Fae, but was ransacked by the ancient giants. With the aid of elves they had subjugated. And the lady of Shaterias Tulai, Shan Tirias, sought to flee with her folk, but she was lost and could not be found.
Is
she the Sphinx? I think that's who's talking, who's sending me dreams to come find her. But I
Many
think she's
tales
still there.
speak of her as a sphinx.
Not now, Cal.
She could be, I suppose. I do not know. It is difficult with things that are in both worlds. I would not know except by going.
Player question that I am sure you have answered more than once, and if I had any organization to my notes would be able to find. Do we know that there's a face spire close by? Do we know the location of the face spire on our
No.
side?
In your conversation with River, she described that the druids that she knew in the Feywild had ways of traveling from one tree to another over great distances. But no, you don't know the location because
Right.
presumably the location moves because it's Zendrick.
Right. Do you know how to travel by tree?
Yes. It would be necessary for you to have seen the tree you wish to travel to. Have you seen the trees of this place?
I have. They seem to be burned, sad, broken.
This is sorrowful, but the tale is a sad one.
Yes.
There is... Then yes, there is a way that I could open a passage between trees.
oh,
What would we need to do for that? How do we?
When have you seen these trees?
In my nightmares.
Then, first, I would need to send you into a dream of this place. And you would need to mark a tree that you will travel to. I would give you the means to do this. But you would need to go into the dream and mark a tree. After that, I could cause that tree to call to one of the trees near here, and thus open a passage.
Can other people go, or does she have to go alone?
Others could go, yes.
Okay.
Do you wish this?
I would like. Do we schedule a time? Because there's three of us, but Esri would probably come too.
When do you wish to do this?
That's a complicated question. I would say as soon as possible, but I also said that this morning, very early, and we went to the Feywild and got attacked by weird things and brought back a Fey here. And so I don't know that my
Cal's ready to go back.
I know you're eager to go. So eager to go back. Cal wants to go as soon as possible too.
I can see this.
I know.
I bet Esri would
I
want
don't
to
know
go
how my
soon
friends
too, as
will
long as we don't wake him up again.
I think Esri wanting to go with us is not quite the right word I would use. Willing
Less mad.
does. Yeah. But after we get. Whew. Somebody is getting very needy. Soon-ish? How long do you need to prepare for this?
There are a very few things I must gather, but I could do that. I could be prepared by tomorrow in the afternoon if it was urgent.
I turn to River. If we go to Shea Tyrius to Light, do you want to go too? Or do you want to stay here?
Would I have to stay? If I went? Would it become my story?
Well, you would have a story to tell, because whenever we go on these adventures, we always have, oh, so Larka will want to go. We have stories to tell, but it doesn't become your story. You're not stuck there, because you can just come back with us again. And then I turn back to the giantess. She could come back with us again, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, see?
If you are concerned for her safety, she could wait here.
Right. No, I gave her the option. Thora would take great care of her.
That's another friend.
Or did you mean what?
Here in the camps, if she wished. She could remain here while you are gone.
Oh, okay.
And they can talk to her also. That might help with feeling safe.
And they have the tea.
Oh, yeah.
I will...
It's up to her. She gets to choose.
Very good. I will gather these things that I need. You return when you wish to be prepared to go.
Thank you so much.
Do we need to bring anything?
Only the things you think you will need.
Right. Silly question. Thank you. You are very patient and very kind. I would fight somebody for you.
That it's a good thing when she says that. It's a very good thing.
I thank you for that thought. It is only our desire to fight those who destroy and misuse Burshame. But I understand your intent, and I honor it.
Thank you. Was that it, Pug? I feel that was only 2 things, but I felt we had more than 2 things.
No, I think you got it all. I think we're good.
Do you know how to get rid of or what to do about stalkers?
Oh,
That was number
yes. Yeah, the follower.
I well versed in avoiding pursuit in the wood, but I think you mean
Me
here
too!
in the city, and then I am not able to help with that. I'm sorry. She picks up the cauldron again and begins working the pestle. There we go. The mortar and pestle into it again, mixing whatever she's making.
Yeah, very.
It does have the sound of a big piece of stone grinding against the bottom of an iron cauldron.
Awesome.
So there is a yeah.
She's amazing.
Back to the house.
Back to the house.
Yes.
And are we finally going to sleep when we get back to the house?
Long rest.
Long rest.
I don't know. I want to see what else I can do on 4 hit points. No, I'm kidding. I do want to sleep.
Okay. The river asks if it's all right if she sleeps in the grove. And so she goes out in the grove to sleep. But yes, you are all able to safely return to your rooms or sleeping places, and can have a long rest.
Huzzah.
Hey.
I don't sleep in my bed though, because my bed is on the if I'm remembering correctly, is on the back of the house, and so it doesn't look out on the grove. The grove is on the other side. So I would like to sleep on the balcony that faces the grove.
Yep, there's the balcony outside Pog's room faces the grove.
And that's fine because Pog always leaves the window cracked about 8 inches, so his buddy can crawl in and out.
Yeah, sleeping out there, you do at one point wake up because the ocelot from the grove goes in through Pog's window to eat some little scraps of food that Pog brought back from the ship's cat, and pad around in Pog's room for a little while before going back out the window. And
we chill sometimes.
Murders Pog.
I love that
Walks
so much.
away.
No, Pog is in the room with him. They hang out.
Yeah.
They hang out. They're friends.
So, the morning comes. You can sleep late. Esri,
Oh boy.
what goes? What ho, Esri?
so-
What ho?
Basically, Esri won't sleep late. He'll get up and go down to whatever the normal breakfast arrangement is,
Sure.
and just sort of loiter until Thora makes her presence.
You do, yeah. Thora
It
Thora
comes
comes
down.
in. Thora comes into the kitchen to get some coffee, and pours a cup, sips it.
Basically, he'll wait until she looks like she's done and is ready to go about her day, and say, "Thor, could we have a private conversation?"
A distinct bracing look flickers across her face, and she says, "Of course. What can I do for you?"
It is private in here at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, no one else
This
is in here.
indication. Okay. Yesterday was very interesting.
It
was
did
great to see
end up
Dane.
being a lot.
Apart from the whole Fae thing, which is obviously a whole thing, but this isn't about that. It was great to see Dane, but it's also, I don't know, hard, sad, disconcerting to see the tension between you.
I told you when I met you that I'd parted ways with Dane and his organization.
Yeah, I guess I suppose there was a lot going on then too, and I didn't really grasp that he was sort of behind or important in the children of Khyber.
They
And
call him the
that's,
son of Khyber.
Yeah. What are you? He mentioned the mission, a mission, right? I mean, what are we talking about? Is this a? I don't know. I'm feeling distinctly. I never had this experience with my parents. My parents were very united in not really wanting me around anymore. But this feels like I imagine what it would be like if your parents didn't get along. And, you know, you like and respect both of them. And I'm a little worried about what this all means, him being here. I'm not saying you're my parents, and I get that. It's just like the closest analogy I could think of.
Right, no, yeah.
I've really only had like the two situations growing up with authority that.
Well, I assure you, Esri, that we both care about you a great deal. But we've just parted ways in purpose for a time. It's not your fault.
Right. Well,
You're not
I mean,
wrong.
I wasn't there. So
There's-
it couldn't have been.
You're not wrong. I'm tired of being at war. I spent my entire youth, as I suppose you did, in a country at war. And from the moment I was old enough, I was participating in that war. First for the Brailish Crown, then for the Black Wheel program. And I'm tired of being at war. I don't want to be at war with the houses. I don't need the houses to collapse and fall and be destroyed. I just want there to also be a space for me and people like me. I don't mean to say that Dane isn't tired of war, or that he wants war. Dane does not think it's an option.
You know, the others trust you quite a lot.
I note that you said the others.
I don't really trust people. Don't get me wrong. You've got a lot of what's the word? Your account's pretty topped off. You've done right by us in a lot of ways. I just can't shake the feeling that there's something I'm missing in what's going on here. Why are there so many who are absolutely certain we're at war? And why are you certain that we aren't, or that we don't have to be? Because if I'm fully honest, I'm here because my friends are optimistic. And my instinct is I think at least a little of me thinks Dane and Tommel are right. They're gonna come for us.
In our world, we've been at war for a very long time. And the conclusion of that war didn't settle a lot of things. So a lot of people don't look at the war as over, they look at the war as on pause. And Dane sees himself as having been fighting a different war. And sees himself as having been fighting on the wrong side without realizing it. And that isn't something he's willing to let go of. I don't know that we can be at peace with the houses. But I want to be at peace with the houses. And the only way I know how to try to be at peace with someone who I don't very much trust, and I don't particularly like, and who I don't know wants to be at peace with me, the only way I know how to do that is by not attacking them. Now, we embarrassed the houses recently, but we weren't actually targeting the houses. We were after a gang of criminals. The fact that we found things that were embarrassing to the houses is, well, frankly, not entirely without some degree of pleasure from my end. But we didn't go out seeking a fight with the houses. And if no members of the house had been there and none of the house's property had been there, then we'd have gone through the night without having done anything to the house. If the houses are willing to leave us alone, I am willing to leave the houses alone. If the houses come here looking for trouble, I'll do everything I can to make trouble for them. I'm not going to pretend that we're, some impregnable fortress that could resist an assault. But I think if we do this correctly, we'll find ourselves in a position that there are people here that won't tolerate an assault. And that, I think, is our best bet.
I have two pointed questions.
All right.
That's okay. Is your end game really that we are just at peace?
Yes.
Paul got this idea of the strike force in his head. He's calling us that all the time now, and it's silly, but it got me thinking that, is that... Is there a point at which we stop doing that?
Well, there's a point at which perhaps it will change. I think that if we can use our abilities to make the world safer by using them to defend people against dangers, against bad people, against monsters, against whatever else, then we'll probably still do that. And in that sense, I suppose you might still say that we would require a strike force of some kind, if that's what we want to call it. But
We don't.
I'm not looking at you as a military organization. Driving the bilge rats.
Can I insight check that statement?
Sure.
24.
Wow. You feel that what she intended was true. There's obviously a sense in which the way that she operates is slightly military, but certainly in that she doesn't look at you as an army is a true statement.
Okay.
Driving the plague rats or the bilge rats out of cross, it just benefits everyone. Well, except the bilge rats. And that's good. That'll make people better. Someone's going to buy that warehouse and, at least one hopes, operate some sort of legitimate business out of it. And
A
that'll
heavy discount.
mean somebody in Cross gets to move up a little bit. And maybe they don't, but maybe they employ others in Cross that need employment, and that lifts a few other people. Getting rid of the gangs in Cross and making it a place where people can just live and not have to worry about the more dangerous aspects of living in, admittedly, a pirate city. That's good, but it's going to require force. It's going to require danger, and it's going to occasionally require some particularly targeted violence. I'm not looking to set up a pacifist organization here, but yes, my goal is peace. For our people to have a place where they can just live their lives. I don't know if Shade has remembered that she's missing a sleeve and that her mark is extremely obvious right now. I would really like to bring us to a place where she doesn't need to.
Yeah, a couple of us have gotten a little bit lax about concealment recently.
And I would like that to be the case. I think this is the best chance that we have for that.
So here's the other one, and I won't say I don't hesitate to ask it, because I'm afraid it might offend, but you were watching us. You were watching us for a while before you saved us from the Stormlords.
Yes.
Why did you wait?
I need to get an idea of who you were. I needed to get an idea
Because,
of...
Lord, here's the thing. If I was being devious, I would wait until the people whose help I wanted were in trouble, and I could save them. And then they would trust me.
That would be a devious thing to do. As it happens, I wasn't actually quite ready to reveal myself because I'd more or less decided that you were all good candidates for being here, that it would be very nice that once I have this established to invite you to come here and stay here and be safe. But for what I was looking for, I hadn't quite determined whether you would do well. What I observed was mixed, if you understand. But it came to a point where it was fairly obvious that either I had to act then, or I was going to very likely lose the ability to. So I took a chance and played the hand that I had. You're not wrong. It'd be a devious trick to pull.
May I also insight check that answer?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to go ahead and push the heck out of that.
Well rested.
That was terrible. 19.
19. You feel that she is being honest with you.
Thank you. I being this straightforward is, I suppose, not always my strength. I do have one more question. You know, in our little group, we don't split up. And you've shown you're willing to let us go our own way. What if the others want to do this thing with Dane? I mean, I'll tell you right now, I'm a no vote, because, like I said, you have me in your debt at very least. But if they decide they're going, I'm not letting them go without me.
That is a commendable loyalty to your friends. I'm not sure what you're asking me.
I suppose I'm a little just unsure about the nature of our relationship wholly. At what point are we no longer on the same side?
When you put what we're doing here in real danger.
So I think it's probably worth noting that you'll need to be very straightforward with us about that, because the compass is all over the place. I'll talk with them. I'm not sure exactly where their heads are at, which is kind of the problem.
Well,
I should get going. I haven't checked on Dicer, and I think Slicer's still out there. I don't think I finished disposing, so I should probably do that as well.
I guess we'll probably at the very least start to smell or attract wildlife.
Why don't you just feed him to the ocelot?
I would caution that if it is as acidic as you say, you might just poison an animal if you fed it to them. So,
yeah, it's really just like armor, hard carapace, and goo. There's not really much to eat. It's
probably just best to dispose of it. Discreetly. I don't really want someone to find that in a rubbish bin.
Probably, I'll have Pog, like.
Yes. Good.
So, once Shade and Pog wake up, as said, I was going out to do things, but he'll really just sort of go upstairs and loiter there and wait for them to wake up.
All right.
And once they are,
Shade and Pog both come out of Pog's room.
Did you sleep good out there?
What? No, I didn't sleep. Wait, who are you talking to?
I did not even see you there. Good morning, Ezri.
Oh, hi. Why were you... Did I miss something entirely? I mean, I missed... What happened last night?
You missed a bunch.
We went to the
Yeah.
Giants. Right.
But you knew that was happening.
Right. So, and I'll go into what I just talked about with Thora. As far as I can tell, she's being completely honest. We didn't get into the distant past, but
In my head, this is Cal and the Ocelot playing.
I had the exact, and it's on the balcony, just behind us.
Yes.
Accepted.
so, the giants, they have a way.
Yes. And I recount all of the things to you.
So what are you thinking? Wait, where's River?
She's outside.
She's in the grove.
Okay.
That's why I slept on this balcony.
That's where she wanted to sleep, by the way. We didn't tell her she had
You
to.
slept on a different balcony.
What were you thinking?
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, you usually don't sleep over there.
Right. This one faced the grove. And I wanted to be able to keep
That
an eye on her.
makes sense.
Okay, you're being kind of weird,
So-
but when
Your face is making weird
yeah,
shapes.
you're thinking things that you're not saying. I don't know what's happening. Yeah,
Pog, Solarka's still your girlfriend.
yes. Is she not? Did you see Solarka?
What a weird subject
Hang on.
change.
I've not seen,
What did I
I've not
miss?
seen Solarka. We need to... Are we going into the Feywild?
You can't
again?
go back to the thing you want to talk about.
Maybe we're talking to Solarka
I'm
first.
going to the blacksmith. What happened?
I'm just making sure Shade's not your girlfriend now.
What do you think happened to the giants?
I don't know.
What? No. I'm sorry, Shay. No.
Pog, you don't think I'm your
No.
girlfriend, right?
You don't think I'm your other
Okay.
girlfriend, do you?
No, just my friend.
Friend. Yes. I don't know why he's being
Right.
like this.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's.
Okay. Are you ready? Do we need to do anything
I
else?
feel like we should check in with
I'm
Solarka though
going to
on our
see
way
her
over.
for sure. Before
All of
we
you
do
have
it.
inspiration. All of you have inspiration.
Wait. No, you don't need to go see... Well, you... Maybe, but we need to decide if... Are we going to the Feywild?
Yes. We need to decide when.
Like, not a story this time? Like, it's gonna be
A
useful?
tree in the burned city.
Didn't she say
And
we're
we'll
going
go there.
not to like a story? We're going to Shade's dream
Right.
to find a tree.
Okay, I think that's better.
I don't know.
Shade's going to go to her dream to
Market tree.
place a mark on a tree, and then Galranak will use that to allow you to transport between the trees.
To go to that tree.
She told you to mark a tree?
Yeah.
That's untoward.
Have you not?
Why?
Yeah. I mean, he does it.
I don't know what he had for
Okay,
breakfast, but we
so-
can't leave him alone for this long anymore.
We cannot. Oh, goodness. What did you tell Thora? No, you already summed it up and it was fine.
What
Never
did
mind.
he leave out that he said to Thora?
The weirdness happened after the conversation. Okay.
I hope so.
Okay, so the plan is you're going to somehow, in your dream, mark a tree, come back, and then we're all going to go through a tree.
To that tree.
And this is going to help us because we have to find a sphinx that talks to you in
Correct.
your dream.
Correct.
And has-
She's Shantirius. She's the leader of the Shatirius Tolai,
And has
which is the
been
name
there
of the city.
since time immemorial when this legendary city was destroyed.
Time works differently in the Feywild.
That's true. We know that.
And dreams, I'm guessing, but that seems fair.
This is so much more of a plan than usual. That's fine, I guess.
Nice.
Giants are good at plans.
And we're going
She
to
was
tell.
very helpful.
We're going to tell Dane. No.
Oh. I have conflicted feelings. I think attacking and blowing things up sounds kind of like a lot of fun. But also could get the wrong attention.
I think it's a good idea and a bad plan. So, did Thora say we couldn't do it?
So you're definitely in, because that's our MO to a T.
So I'm leaving for there.
You just said this was a good plan.
Did she say we couldn't do it, or she didn't want us to?
Good question.
She didn't forbid it. Listen, I think at a certain point, if we start... There are things like going to try to fix Shade's dream that she doesn't like, but she understands. But this thing with Dane, it's working directly against her goals. I don't think she'll forbid us, but it feels very much like choosing a side.
Oh, if we're choosing sides, I choose Thora's side.
Paul?
I choose not to poke the bear. And that's Thora. There's enough fighting. We don't need to find it. It finds us.
It does find us a lot.
All right. Well, then I suppose we have. What do you need? Did you mark? Did you mark? You didn't have the dream last night.
Nope.
How do you force yourself to have the dream?
Oh, she just said she's gonna send me into the dream.
Oh, she's going to. Okay, great. So we have some packing to do this time. A little bit more than last time, I think.
I think I'm just gonna take the same
I'm
bag.
ready.
I'm going to pack something this time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're ready when you are. I'm gonna go see Solarka, and I'll check back with you after.
So literally, what you just said is got it. That's not true. All right. I'll be here.
What if we just meet at the Giants? Like, we can just have a time and then be there at that time.
We can do that too.
And it is at that time that we will pick up next week. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to get in touch with us, you can find links to all of our social media as well as our Discord in the description below. And you can leave us a comment while you're down there or click any of them buttons. All of them feed our almighty patron algorithm. Down there you'll also...
Poke
Yeah,
the
that
bear.
bear needs some
Yes,
serious
that
poking.
bear poke. Yes, that is a bear we wish to poke as often as possible. I was going to make so many jokes about that.
I'm sorry.
In the watch party. Down there you will also find a link to Colin's Twitch stream where he streams on Tuesday as Sorry BTR. The O in that is a 0. Nice. Thank you all again. We really appreciate the support that we get and the encouragement from our small but mighty fan base. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. You can submit questions for the Friday Khyber Shards answers in the comments below or over on the Discord. And then, until next time, thanks for rolling with us. Why is my mouse not moving?